All right, YouTube, welcome on in. I appreciate you guys swinging by, clicking on the video. You saw from the thumbnail what video I'm going to be reacting to. First and foremost, I'm going to go over my thoughts here. But before we get into all of that, I have a huge event going on January 1st, 2025. If you're watching this video, it's probably tomorrow or it's today. Come by. Things will be debuting, shall we say. So speculate on that as you will. Just wanted to drop that in here before we get into the content, the meat and potatoes of today. As you can see, the improvements that I want to see for Genshin Impact, material farming on any day, going back to the riveting, or at least what I thought was riveting for the 4.0 Archon quest, stop making characters only good in their area and their location. And yes, I know that they're good in other locations. Mulan is fucking cracked in other locations, but she's even more cracked in Natlan. And then obviously low-hanging fruit, easier primo farming. We won't see the Genshin Impact anime anytime soon. Yeah, why would they? That's the 100%. That's the whole point here. We're talking about capitalism. And without getting too deep into it, if there is no competition or if they are making insane profits, there is no incentive to change. There's no incentive to do better. Would they make more money if they did it? Maybe. But if they're making enough money as it is, why would you change? You have to impact their bottom line for them to make a change. Chat mentioned it earlier. We got a couple of pulls or something happened whenever Wuthering Waves came out because they were afraid that their bottom line would be impacted. That is capitalism. Competition breeds fear within the companies. Fear that the consumer will pick somebody else other than them, and that competition makes it better for everybody. That's literally the baseline of capitalism. Everything wrong with Genshin Impact by the one and only T-Man, Tectone.
Good evening, boys. So your boy is currently in the algorithm, and I mean really hard. We're having multiple videos.
Hell yeah, brother.
100,000 views again. It feels very good. Twitch stream, we broke 7,000 viewers last time I was live.
Damn!
And I haven't done one of these in a while because sometimes I feel like an old man yelling at the clouds. Because my channel is currently blowing up, and it's also blowing up in other channels such as Japan and China, you know, territories that Hoyoverse actually listens to. I would like to decide to throw my hat in the ring and once again to suggest changes and make the player base once again aware of its overly predatory practices. And I would also like, if you were a content creator, I would love for you to react to this video.
Oh, shit.
Thoughts, give me your feedback. Am I wrong? Am I not? And feel free to tag me in the react, and I would love to get a response to react.
All right, Tectone, absolutely, you got it. I have no fucking clue how tagging and shit works on YouTube, so I hope I do it the right way. But exactly what I said earlier, other companies and what they do affects what people are okay with from Hoyoverse. It changes their standard, right? If another game lets you farm any material on any day and doesn't have a time gate on it, suddenly going back to Genshin and farming and seeing that you can't farm for your character doesn't feel as good.
Really appreciate videos like this keeping the community alive. Number one, fuck Paimon. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the real shit of why I think Genshin has a horribly, horribly predatory system that it should learn from the games that are now, and for lack of a better term, excelling where Genshin Impact lacks. And that is the monetary system. This video was inspired by you guys, and it was inspired by this comment. Genshin Impact isn't so bad.
Oh shit.
Just look at how much money we gave them.
Ah shit.
Genshin Impact fan. Patch after patch after revenue report after revenue report, I see Genshin Impact retards, and I use that word specifically, say, oh duh, but our game is really good, cause look at how much money it makes.
There is no correlation between a game, how good a game is, and the amount of money that it makes, in so much as we're talking millions and billions of dollars with Genshin Impact. It could have been good and could have been revolutionary when it came out. Just because it continues to make money, especially with the community that sometimes lacks some brain cells. Obviously, it's not my community. You guys are amazing. But correlation is not causation. Oh, yeah. For anybody who's new and swinging by, I've been using this PNG tuber for a long ass time, but it's time for an upgrade. Big event stream tomorrow, New Year's Day. If you have nothing better to do in Genshin, just become a mid-picker. Listen, I went back and checked out that channel actually today. Holy shit. It's fucking graveyard, man. Is a graveyard. Oh, yeah. I didn't mention that. Hang on. Say hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
God damn it. Why you gotta be like this?
I don't appreciate being cut off like that. Can you please finish what you were saying or let me talk for once?
All right, Sam's getting sassy. Sam's the premium gen because that was just on brand when I was making Genshin Impact videos. But tomorrow that all changes. Yeah, Chad, I'm actually going to be pausing Sam for this react, just so we don't get interrupted.
Players cannot still farm the materials that they want to on the days
100%.
that they want to do it.
That's bullshit.
Now, do you want to know
100%.
why that is, chat? Well, let me tell you. That's because they want you to freak the fuck out if you miss a couple days. You miss the town
FOMO,
wars,
man.
You can't level up the characters that you want. You can't play the way you want. So guess what you are going to have to do? Spend money on Primo Gems to refresh
yeah.
to get even more of that.
Yes, yeah, that is a thing. I guess people do that. Ugh. Gross.
It's bullshit. You know
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
it's bullshit.
Honkai Star Rail don't do that shit. Zenless don't do that shit. What?
Oh shit. I didn't know. I don't play Honkai Star Rail and I don't play Zenless, so I don't know what Hoyoverse doesn't. That's another thing. Like Hoyoverse adding good quality of life things to some games and not others. I ain't about that shit, brother.
Ring Waves don't do that shit. So why, oh why, does Genshin still do it? And let me tell you why. Because you dumb fuck slop that shit up and say, oh,
Yeah, we put up with it.
Oh man, you're the best. Yes, I am using a retard voice intentionally because you got to be dumb as fuck to defend this shit. And how in the fuck are no CC's talking about this shit still? It's
I know he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. I know he has a very loud persona for stream, and I know like the first couple times that I watched him, it rubbed me the wrong way. But like if you cut through the bullshit to understand like what he's actually saying, it's objectively pretty accurate. I don't agree with 100% of what he says, but I mean like the chances that any two people agree on shit is fucking low as shit. I now farm whatever. If I don't get it, then it's okay. Oh, should I just realize that I have to make mental gymnastics to enjoy? Exactly. You have that awakening moment where you have to go through those mental gymnastics just to enjoy the game. Like, it's a game. It's what you're spending your time doing to relax. Stockholm Syndrome, yeah.
4 years? And I still gotta wait till Wednesday to get my Jigamahoos so I can level up my big booby bitch number 51? Honestly, watching this, I'm starting to feel bad that I put up with some of this stuff, man. I was part of the problem. You know what else is dumb as fuck? Front loading 2 characters.
Oh,
AKA
here we go.
Malvika and Sitlali, whatever the her name is, on the same week cycle, and then giving the rewards on the second week cycle. Yes, that's right, boys.
Yeah, that's what we talked about in yesterday's video. I think we covered a little bit earlier in stream. Not sure if that's going to make the cut for the video today. That is absolute bullshit. I know they're not legally required to follow what they put out, or I don't expect them to be legally required, but I'm pretty sure Hoyoverse did put out whenever they started doing 2 character banners that the first one was a new character or a rerun, character banner 1, and character banner 2 was a rerun banner. Again, I don't know what they're required to follow with that, or if that's just, hey, just trust me, bro.
You ever heard of FOMO? Well, guess what? We're back at it in round 2. So now let me tell you why they did this. Because of money. You're going to notice it.
Whoa, hang on. Is he trying to say that a big company doesn't have my best interest in mind? But I spent so much. They have to take care of me, right? I've been so loyal. I logged in, I did my dailies. That's a good point, Posabosa. Netflix used to promote sharing your account to friends and family. And then they did their relatively recent shit. Yeah, because they see that they can make more money, whether for themselves or for shareholders, whatever companies we're talking about.
Malvika is the Archon, and Sitlali is her highly synergistic support unit, so I've been told. I'll be real.
Yeah.
I don't play the damn game because it's shit. And I like putting the money where my mouth is. I will be going back to Genshin Impact once they get rid of Paimon and they make this game far less predatory.
Okay, so what he just said is he's not going back to Genshin because they're not getting rid of Paimon. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Sometimes playing Minesweeper is more gratifying. I know. Like what? Like literally playing Genshin is I don't want to say it's become stressful. It's not fucking stressful. It's a video game. Having to deal with creating content about something that I'm genuinely not enjoying. I do have another Genshin Impact video coming out here soon because it's Sam AI video. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on Paimon being annoying. I just don't give a shit about story overall. So like, I can't really weigh in here. I want ADHD combat. That's what I need. I see big numbers. I see bloom. I see hyper bloom. I go to Wuthering Waves and I do perfect dodges. And I'm not saying that I'm good at it or anything, but like that's what gives me the little hits of dopamine is, ooh, I dodge good, you know, ooh, I counterattack. I like the combat in the games. Like I don't really care for the story.
However, I still will be that old man on the porch with my shotgun saying, hey, get off my lawn, like the bitter old fuck I am.
Yeah, it's good to be self-aware. If they fix shit and make it a better consumer experience, I'm sure I'll go back and play it again. Until I hear people who are heavily critical saying it's so much better, there's no reason to play it. Because here's the thing, if this hits a broader community, and if this hits a bunch of people who are really supportive of Genshin Impact and disagree with a lot of this stuff, simple question, do you not want Genshin Impact to be better for everyone? What do you lose by Genshin Impact allowing you to farm materials on any day of the week? You lose nothing. You actually gain something. When it comes to a better wishing experience, you only benefit. There's no way they'll get better. Maybe they'll use the usual tactics of here, shiny pixels and 5 wishes and 1600 primos. Yeah. They have no incentive to get better because people are going to keep spending money.
Look at Wuthering Waves. All quality of life is locked behind fucking gadgets.
Those gadgets are pretty fucking cool too.
Release shitty versions of these little dinosaurs to do Mickey Mouse versions of the mega version of the characters that you can pay $500 fucking dollars to guarantee you one copy of.
Most Americans don't have the savings to cover a $500 expense. I understand. I'm not saying most Americans would fucking pull on these shit banners. That's the kind of money we're talking. This isn't chump change. And I know my American audience understands that. This is fucking serious. This is big money.
Ridiculous. And all these other characters who people already pulled for to get better exploration, now Malvika does all of their job in one character. You know what you're doing. It's fucking outrageous. You are going to be slurping up people's money from their wallet, and it's gross. And then you put Sitlali, the most synergistic unit for Malvika, with her, knowing that if a player wants one, they're going to want both. So that way you can assure $1,000 to guarantee both of them, not to mention their fucking weapons. And let's talk about the issue with the fucking weapon banner.
Before we get too far along, they're 100% accurate. That much money required within this 2-3 week time. Like, no fucking way. It's ridiculous. They're openly flipping off their audience and saying, what you going to do about it? Some people C6R5 characters too. Yeah, man, you got to get those reviews in. You got to review a character, man. You got to show how good they are. I don't review a character if I don't give them their onset artifacts. So why would you review a character if they don't have their best weapon at the highest refinement and max constellation?
Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact. Why the fuck is there a 50-50 on that shit? Why the fuck is there a 75-25? This shit sucks. Look at Wuthering Waves. If I get to pity, I get the fucking weapon and we call it a day. You don't need the game to be this fucking predatory. I assure you, do something to make your players happy for once. Just try it. See how it goes.
Yeah, try making your player base happy for once instead of just expecting them to take whatever bullshit you dish out.
Once again, I also heard that the new weapon banner system, there's only one 50-50 now, but it doesn't fucking carry over.
No,
I died
it doesn't.
On the staff of Homa banner.
Oh,
for
yeah.
your sins.
This man is the reason that we had fate points. I don't know how much money that was on that banner, man. He should be the only motherfucker getting praised.
Now let's talk about something even more fun. Bullet sponge fights. That way even these little autistic children that populate your Twitter space can still get on the game and throw the little, I throw the water bubble and then I throw the green bubble and it makes a flower and then I take electricity and then I make it explode.
Hey, I'm feeling personally attacked here because I like watching the explosions. No, it's fine. For posterity, let's look at what's the Natlan Dragon Balls called? Dragon D's nuts. The Gold Flame Kukasaur. The max HP at level 104 is 770,000. The max HP for the Pyro Regisvine is 280,000. About 3 times more. Is it 3 times more fun? Fucking no.
You make this game so goddamn easy to fucking play. But then the problem is you want to make people think that they're not good enough by making every character have 10 million HP. The skill ceiling
700,000,
bad
but,
player
yeah.
and a good player is borderline non-existent. Okay, you got these people like.
So that's why I went into speedrunning. And that might, I don't know if that's going to get a fucking reaction, but speedrunning is a whales game, plain and simple. There's a level of skill that it takes to speedrun, but that doesn't fucking matter because speedrunning itself obviously is pay gated and it's classic resinless behavior. It's finding something to do in the game because the game doesn't have anything to fill that time.
This game is not hard. There are not complex mechanics. Now, there are mechanics that you can pretend are complex, but they're fucking not. Oh, yeah, Tectone, but what about the dragon dive? What about the dragon dive?
Okay. That was actually fun. A dragon striking with D-Luke before Xian Yun came out was actually fun. Them taking that mechanic and instead of actually turning that into something fun, they decided to make you pay or wish for a character that could just, anyone can do it now.
What about canceling the auto attack for Hu Tao? Yeah, well, those are for fucking losers. So yeah, you can do like 1 to 2% optimizations if you want to be like. I'm gonna be real, bro. If I go to somebody's stream and I see them dragon diving on D-Luke, I'm clicking off. Okay.
Damn.
No. Jesus Christ. You got to be the biggest turbo virgin to fucking practice hardcore Genshin mechanics.
And what if I am? You don't know me. Who are you to judge my life?
AKA a game made for dumbasses on the internet, 8-year-olds on their phone, and you're out there on the PC sweating that shit like it's CSGO or League of Legends Worlds. Good Lord. Get it.
Brother, there's no comparison to Counter-Strike, man. Holy shit. I used to play Counter-Strike with my friends back in the day, man. There's no skill comparison. If you're practicing timing for dragon striking over and over again, compared to opping down banana on Inferno, there's no fucking comparison, man. Doing fucking jiggle peaks and shit.
You can do it for fun, but if you think that you're doing it because you're superior, good Lord, get a fucking grip. That shit is pathetic.
Yeah, again, he comes off really strong and he comes off really aggressive, but like, fucking 100% agree with that shit. Have fun with what you're doing. That's fucking fine, but don't tell someone else they should be happy with the game because you're happy with it. And don't say that it takes skill to play the game just because you play one specific team comp. It doesn't take skill to play Genshin Impact. You literally build one character onto Elemental Mastery and run a Hyper Bloom team with Nahida. Like,
it sucks so bad, you might as well call it your mother. It is so fucking terrible, it's outrageous. And yep, this game has every capacity to learn, but it won't. And you want to know why? Because nobody talks about this shit. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. You want to know why? Because they don't care. They don't. You want to know why they don't care? Because they know forcing positivity is what's good for the algorithm. And they know that's what's good for their channel. It's good for their livelihood. But you know what it's not good for? The fucking player base.
Yeah, I mean, it's never good just to push blanket positivity. There's always something to critique. There's always something wrong. There's always something wrong. There's stuff that's wrong with Wuthering Waves. I'm just not in a place for me to critique it. Like, I haven't really played it enough. I haven't really gotten into the weeds.
You know what it's not good for? The fucking spending habits of people who can't control themselves in these fucking gacha games. Remind your audience that these are predatory games and demand that your companies do better. That's just my opinion. Once again, I'm doing this because I'm back in the algorithm. Thank fucking God. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel. Thank you for hitting the bell on all notifications. And thank you for following me on twitch.tv/Tectone and joining me on Twitter. Be back again.
Yeah, if you enjoy his content, go drop him a like and a sub. Yeah, as the people who have the power of the purse against these companies, make your decision for what you're okay with, what you're okay spending your time doing, and what you're okay spending your money doing. All right. With that, that wraps up our YouTube video. Again, keep the YouTube comments positive or constructive, let's say. It doesn't have to be positive. If you disagree with these takes, be respectful. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. If you put some bullshit down there, I'm just gonna fucking hide that shit. I'm gonna wipe that shit like I don't give a fuck. So again, gonna give a shout out. I have an event going on tomorrow. My food's beeping in the background that it's done, so I have to go take care of that. So hope you have a great night. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Click on another one of my videos linked on screen, and I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.